On this
So you
episode of the
had-
Tembo
did you-
Diaries
did you go to
podcast.
the other person?
No, that's none of my business.
Mm.
That was none of my business. I just asked him. So he told me he's my girlfriend too. Every morning, wake up and spend 5 minutes to fear this
5
man.
minutes ni kidogo sana.
Oh, no, we're not giving them a lot of our time.
Okay, you are right.
Just 5 minutes. Relationship ni vile tu sasa nilikuwa nimeachwa na nilikuwa siko na kuachika and I just wanted to jump into something else. Comfort. Cut. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Tembo Diaries Podcast. I'm your host Imele, and as you can see, the Lambi is not with us today, but she'll be joining us for the next one. And today we have a guest host.
My name is Sandra Msonge, and you've probably not seen my face, but you've heard my voice in one or two of the Tembo Diaries podcast episodes.
Season 1.
Season 1, yes.
Yeah.
And I also write for the Tembo Diaries blog.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence. So today's topic, we want to dive into the world of breakups. Our worst breakups, best breakups, most interesting ones, and the lessons that came out of this. So buckle up and
Grab some wine if you can.
and popcorn or just wine break. Okay. So breakups. And before we even dive into the breakup part of the story, when was your first serious boyfriend?
Serious.
Because I think the serious boyfriend is the one that brings the most heartbreak in a breakup.
My first serious boyfriend, the breakup from that was okay. It was in campus.
Okay.
My first, because I went into campus. When I was going to campus, we had started dating, and someone came to me as a woman.
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You were two in that relationship.
We were two. We were sharing. Tulikuwa tunashare one.
Sharing is caring.
Not all the time.
So your worst breakup.
My worst breakup. That's not even my worst breakup. Well, I think my worst breakup was the worst because I loved that person.
It has to be.
Hey, that one. Let me tell you, I was telling everyone who had ears, anyone who had ears who could listen. I was telling them. I was like, I remember we had spent a very nice weekend at his place, and then I had to go back to town, back home. So I left some stuff at his place. So now, when I was going to town to meet him so that I can pick up the stuff I left at his place. So, like, he's in the car. I'm asking, where are you going? He's like, oh, I'm going to my sister's place. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Here we go. Yes, we can go. I'm not doing anything today. He's like, ebu kwanza ingia hapa. Ebu kaa kwanza.
Oh no.
So I'm like, what's going on? He's like, mi naona tu ni kama this is not working. We need to take a break. I'm like, what's
a break
going on?
or a
We just
breakup?
had a really nice couple of days. So nilikuwa na feel blindsided. So he's like, oh, I've been feeling like I'm not getting the affection from you. So I'm like, how? Because easy months zote tumekuwa pamoja, everything has just been okay.
And you had the chance to say something.
You had the chance to say it. Came out of nowhere. I was so shocked. And I'm like, no, like, please don't, like, let's talk this out. It's like, no, me, mali nimefika, staki.
Yeah, he was done that.
So it's in the middle of CBD. I have to go back home.
Oh my goodness.
I was crying. Nilikuwa KU hapo Olivia. I was just crying all the way to railways. I had shades on, just crying. I'm walking and crying, carrying my things. I cried all the way to Rongai in my shades. Even to just crying.
Oh no.
I cried for like 2 days. Nilikuwa naamka kulia.
Oh no. How old were you then?
I think I was 26.
Oh,
this was in 2018. Yeah, that thing was bad. What? That's the worst heartbreak I've ever had in my life.
Kumbe kuna watu wanalia, I just thought watu kulia kwa matatu ilikuwa.
Maybe I cry in the matatu all the time. I used to cry all the just ikikuja tu imekam. But that one was bad. And it's the first time anyone had ever broken up with me because I'm not the one breaking up with people.
Oh. Actually, I understand how you can be blessed. Like, what? I should have seen this coming.
Exactly. I knew I should have broken with him first.
I should have seen it and break up with him before he broke up with me.
Exactly.
Oh no.
But the fact that everything was just okay, and then it's just like, no, let's not do it. I was just, hey, that was so bad.
No.
But what I learned from that was, I felt like I was doing all the right things in the relationship, but he was not feeling that.
Oh yeah.
So he was like, it's just small things I feel that haven't changed. Maybe you're passing in the house, some stuff like small stuff.
But I feel like you can communicate. Like if you see something, there's a rift somewhere, just talk it out.
Yeah.
Usingoje until imefika your point and you're like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Don't be another person getting them all blindsided by
exactly.
Alafu ati kuja kaa hapa. Oh my lord.
I just knew something. I was like, what's going on? What's up? Mbona twendi kwa sister yako? Because I was like, wacha tu ndenda solo. I was like, aje na tunaendaga kila mahali peke.
But even during that whole weekend, there was no hint.
No hint whatsoever. Nothing.
Man.
Because we had even taken a trip just before that. And everything was okay. So I was like, okay. It just came out of nowhere. So
I think for him it was a goodbye trip. It's so much actually.
That one, no.
That was the worst one.
I was just like, that trip. I wanted to see if I can like get some of the magic back during that trip, because it was like a group trip. But
he didn't communicate to you about what was going on in the relationship on his end.
No.
So how would you two have gotten the magic back if you don't know there was a problem?
Exactly. Like me, I don't know this. Me, according to me, everything is okay. Butterflies, rainbows.
Ha!
Kumbe. Kuko kwingine kuna
kufinish kumala.
Oh my god. But I think from that one I just learned to like check in with my partner more regularly on how they're feeling about the relationship. Is there anything that could be done better? Is there anything you feel like could use some change, some improvement? So yeah, I think that was my worst breakup.
Yeah, Poleman.
It gets worse from there. That's a story for another day. So now let's move on to you now. What was your worst breakup?
First of all, I think I've had few breakups that I've been broken up with. Most of the times I'm always left in the group before.
So you got to say
I'm always left in the group before, but
the chat.
Aside from but I think the worst breakup was that time I was in Eldoret. I think it was worse because of the nature of the relationship. Yes, I did kind of love the guy, but at the end of the relationship, he was abusive.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So sorry about that.
So it was an on and off, and actually, surprisingly, not looking back, like I thought I had a future with that guy. I thought about having his kids and blah blah, but now it was getting down to the breakup bit. I was ready to out because I wasn't gonna die because of a man.
Of course.
So personally, I was like, you know what, this is the end of the road for me. So he came to my place, and I just actually, oh my god, actually, he had personally, when I'm going through something, especially in a relationship and I can't talk to the person, I always end up talking to one of my friends.
Okay.
So there's this time we had a really, really bad argument. He had actually hit me, So I remember I was texting my friend nikimwambia, you know what, mimi by the I'm done babying a grown man, blah blah. So I think he had taken my phone and saw the conversation. Yes. So ndo hiyo hapo ameniambia ati so ati you feel like you're babying me nini. And then I just said outright, yeah, I feel like I know maybe you found it the wrong way, but hata wewe unajua. This thing has been going downhill for a long time now, and it's just a matter of time for us to end it. Let me tell you. Hey,
it went left.
It went left. Achana hiyo Beyonce left. Really go left.
Oh my god.
So akaza kugombana hapo hivyo in my house nini starting throwing blows. So mimi my first instincts ni flight, but I didn't flight. I pushed him out of the house nika lock mlango. Okay. This was at night. It was like around 10. Okay. Let me tell you, the nigga hadi ali piga teke mlango.
Like he
kicked the door, and the door hapo juu ilikuwa na glass window. So he kicked the door, it broke, his leg was bleeding.
Oh my god. He kicked the door from the top.
Yeah.
How tall was it?
No, like ilikuwa half of the nini ilikuwa glass lafu, you get. So he hit the door, it broke. He injured his leg, he was bleeding. So I think so he ran to one of our friends. Okay. Now to go kumwambia, I'm the problem now. Okay. So this guy everyone is calling me and Abiati, sijui umefanyia nini, blah blah blah. I'm like, you guys, if you only could see, actually I'd injured my thumb.
From the argument.
From the confrontation. Like this nigga was mwaga nini kwa kitchen like maji. I was like, oh my god. That was a long night, let me tell you. It was a long ass night. All I could think about at that point was, yani mimi, mamangu amenipeleka shule, amenilipia school fees, amenipeleka campus, so that I can end up dying because that he owe gender-based violence.
Not today.
Not today. So I think I did good because this breakup came just the next day I was going home. So I told him, the little things of yours you have in my house, kuja uchukue, mimi saa 6 I'll be leaving. So he came, he took his things, he left. So after a while I went home and came back, and he begged me, let's talk, blah blah. I said, all right. He came and talked. After he started manipulating me that he'll commit suicide.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's toxic.
Yes, it was. This was another level of toxicity, man. And me, you know what? I couldn't do it anymore. I just texted his sister and come come for your brother. Me.
You can't do it. It's not abortion anymore.
Yeah, and that's how it ended.
That one.
It was bad. Like, even now, I'm just don't even come to saizi. I'm like, where?
And I'm so sorry you had to read
that night. Like, if I'm still alive, like, Lord. I'm kinana nafanya boxing huku nje, mjue ni self defense. The next time, just uppercut someone and black out to deal with it.
Tunaenda ana kwa ana.
Yes, but if you're in a toxic relationship, one thing I learned from that is they won't change.
Yeah, exactly.
They won't change. The moment they hit you the first time, they'll keep doing it. So when it happens the first time, leave immediately. Hata usingoje. It doesn't matter kama you've pictured your future with this person, just leave. There's someone better for you. I'm sure even God didn't put you on this earth to go through a relationship like that one.
Exactly.
So I know it's hard in the moment. If you're in it, it's hard. But imagine just leave. Go home for a few weeks. You will get your balance back. Yeah. And
the people usually say that's the most dangerous time to leave an abusive relationship is actually when you try to break up with that person. That's the most dangerous time to leave that person.
True.
So that's why it's very hard for people who are in abusive relationships.
Actually, if possible, just just go missing. Go missing, ghost. I think the best way to leave such a relationship is just ghosting.
You just ghost.
Block them.
Yeah.
Delete. Move houses.
Just disappear.
Disappear. give them time. But maybe they can be cycles wale wa
Wanda nakutafuta kwenye unaenda na keep tabs on you.
Another to stalk your friends to see. Hey my God.
They can go to extreme lengths.
But anyway,
But the fact that you managed to get out of that, no problem.
Let me tell you, I left and never looked back. I was like, hey, my life is too precious. Hey, nikai single. Whoa.
You know your worth.
Hey, jijue. Jipende, my friend, jipende. Because imagine that ningekuwa nimedie. I will never have met you, by the way.
You know?
Ningekuwa past tense. Sasa ningekuwa nimesahaulika. Already nimesha rot in my grave. But that wasn't my portion.
That was not your portion.
And here I am today.
Yeah.
One of my worst breakup.
Give thanks.
Amen. Now let's go to the best breakup.
Best breakup. Is there ever really like a best breakup?
I think the best breakup is the one that you would do the breaking. The one you end is the best one.
The one you end is the best one. Because wanasemanga for chicks, you already unakwanga break up with the guy in your mind before
long
you
time ago.
The physical.
So by the time you do it, you're over him already.
Over him already.
But I feel like that's a bad trait.
Why?
Because, okay, if you've already broken up with him, so that whole period before you do the actual breaking, what are you doing?
You are doing a mental uncoupling.
Then also give him the chance to do the mental uncoupling. Give him the time to do the mental uncoupling. Because
that's not the actual breakup.
Not fair. Not fair at
that's
all.
The actual breakup. Now he can deal with it in his own time.
So, best breakup?
Best. Okay, like you said, the one where you're doing the breaking up is the one where, like, that's the best to you.
Yeah.
But obviously, maybe the other person doesn't feel the same way. So, like, I told you, like, I do most of the breakups. Like, I'm one who initiates. So for me, all those ones that I've initiated, like, we are good.
Yeah.
To me, it was a good break. It was like amicable. Okay, I think my last one, though, I would say was my best. Like it was a good relationship. I could last long, but I was in a very bad place. Na nilikuwa na feel I'm not in a position to give you what you want in a relationship. I felt I wasn't in a position to give 100% emotionally, mentally, physically in the relationship. So I just thought, let me just cut this guy loose. Well, not like that, but like
waste your time.
So I told him like, hey, it's not a good time for me right now. And it genuinely wasn't. I was like, I think I was kind of depressed. So I'm sure it's not a good time right now. Like, but uzuri, we were friends before we started dating. So like he totally understood. He was like, hey, it's okay. You can like don't feel. Usifeel ni kama uwezi ni invite anywhere like as a friend.
No, did you ever invite? No.
Well, not yet, but yeah, like he's good peeps.
So do you advocate for being friends with the exes?
Yes, but ukuwe na boundaries. Because it's very easy to slip back into
it.
There's a reason you broke up. Kama it's not a good reason. Like if you didn't break up for good reasons, and then you're friends, and then it starts being more than friends, it starts being extra friendly, then that can slip into something else. So it's good to have like those boundaries.
Or give yourself time to get over it.
Yeah, give yourself time and have boundaries. Yeah. And I think you can be friends. Yeah.
You can be friends.
You can.
Yeah, but that's true. You can be friends, but you have to give it time. Even 10 years. Like, you are sure you're never ever gonna get back into that situation again.
10 years before you become friends?
No, like 10 years before you can now start hanging out of your
10 years?
Or I'm saying a minimum. Maximum.
Guy, 10 years no. But anyway, I guess, ukitaka tu pia hata si lazima. Si must.
So for me, okay, my best breakup wasn't technically a breakup, but it was sort of a breakup. Okay.
Explain.
It was, I think I was in campus after some relationship of mine we broke up. I had a friends with benefit. So this relationship had gone on for, a while, and nikaanza catch feelings.
Someone has to catch feelings somewhere.
And I was the person to catch feelings this time round. They normally miss catching feelings, but hey. So this time I went and I met the guy, and nikafunguka tu roho tu vizuri, mtoto wenyewe. My lord.
Oh my God. Oh, what happened? I'm scared.
Yeah, so okay, we ended up talking, and he told me he wasn't ready for a relationship. And yes, we were friends for even before the shenanigans happened. And actually, I understood. Like, I had been there when he was also going through his previous relationship that was
Rocky.
Yeah. So I understood it, and it felt like, a little bit of closure. Like, see at ile tu yenye, yes, anambia me I don't want to date you or something, and it just
goes
yeah.
Right, yeah.
So like it was good, because at least we talked about it, and I could see his headspace where it was at. And I mean, probably in hindsight, at that time I wasn't ready for a relationship. Nilikuwa tu sasa nilikuwa nimeachwa na nilikuwa siko na kuachika, and I just wanted to jump into something else. Comfort. Yeah, so we ended up still continuing with the FWB thing, but I think for me that was kind of a breakup per se. Yeah, it was the best breakup. It was just, even till date, we still do talk. But I think he traveled, he's out of the country. But we still say hi here and there. So we're friends. At the end of the day, we are friends. So that was the best breakup.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was so, I didn't have all those.
Like when you got out of that conversation, I was feel vibaya.
Yeah, so when I feel vibaya, I was like, it's cool. It's cool. No biggie, no worries.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Hey, what's up?
The situationship na job place na kuaga.
Hey.
It feels like a breakup, but you guys have not been dating.
Actually, I feel like you guys have been dating.
You have
been in a sort of a relationship. Even that relationship, in a sort of a relationship, because emotions were involved. Maybe you guys were talking about things you never told other people. There's a relationship in there. So it's still a breakup. It's just a different context. Like may define that relationship. Actually, you had defined that relationship to a situationship.
Well,
but I feel like just the end of something would just make you feel some type of way. Especially if your heart was in it.
Yeah.
Even if your mind too was in it, because trying to isolate now, okay, fine. Me and this person have been talking for every single day for maybe a year.
Yeah.
Then now, done.
It's done. Oh, God, I think I had something like that in 2022. It was so intense. Like for March to November of 2022. Like nearly every single week you guys are together. Every single week you guys are together. But at a point I'm like, yo, I'm catching feelings for this guy. And he had told me, like before we started our thing, he had told me like he's come from a 5-year relationship. Like he had just broken up with the chick like a couple of months ago. So I'm like, okay, this guy definitely does not want a relationship. So in my mind I just like, we're having a good time. But I caught myself catching.
Hey, you take a step back and be like,
so I took a step back. So it's like, yo, what's going on? Bono me lost. Like, what's going on?
Hey, I'm like, yo,
so I think I'm catching feelings for you, so I need to take a step back.
At least you're honest with yourself.
Yeah, because I had like, nilikuwa nimeanza kumghost.
Hey, ukigostiwa, ghostika.
Ghost, which is not good because like tulikuwa tumekuwa very close, so I'm guessing that wasn't like the move. But if I'm like, let me just, I think I need that break from you for a bit. And he took it so hard, like.
Why?
He was so sad, like That like he was so sad. We talked about the best breakups. We've talked about the worst breakups. But I feel like there's some stories where you just can't help but laugh or just think about it and be like, that was crazy. That actually happened.
Nairobi.
What's the most interesting way someone has ever broken up with you, or you have ever broken up with someone?
I think.
Most interesting.
I think for me, okay, this particular relationship, I think for him it was, even for me, it was sort of a rebound.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had no business being in that relationship. He had no business being in that relationship, but we found ourselves in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It lasted like a couple of months, 3 months, 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
It was good while it lasted, but the most interesting part is now how he broke up with me. So
Mm-hmm.
he had come over to my place, took a chill. Then he was like, I'm going. Really, he was from a gig. So he came over like 4 a.m. I passed by, took a chill, then he left around 8.
Mm-hmm.
So after he left, later, I got a text.
Oh my God. Who is it? Who was it? Who was texting you?
Yeah, him.
Uh-huh.
He was telling me okay, so technically he was saying the way that apparently I am not wild enough for him. Okay, let me just go back. He was a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently I wasn't supporting him by going out when he has gigs. Because me, it wasn't, at that time, it wasn't my scene.
Okay.
Like, yes, I could go out, but I don't want to go out every single weekend. I remember even when I was going to his place, I came out for a gig, nilikuwa na kwa nyumba, watching my movies. By the time I took a couch, watching movies.
Yeah.
So apparently I wasn't supporting his career that much. Which I just felt it just needed an excuse to break up with me, which I didn't feel bad about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, apparently
so like immediately after ametoka kwa nyumba.
Like, yeah, surprisingly.
Mbona hakukuambia when he was in the house?
I know, right? Man. So apparently I wasn't fun enough. Actually, the word he used was fun, not wild. I wasn't fun enough for him. I wasn't fun enough for his image or something. Yeah, so nikaachika.
So
it was alright.
Just next to the DJ booth kila weekend.
Probably. But I was never actually I was never gonna be that person. Yeah. And I think at the time I didn't feel bad when it ended because maybe I just knew it had run its time. I mean, ilikuwa tu ya kushikilia these streets. Because ibadi Nairobi.
You must have someone to give you cuddles.
Cuddles is the must. Yeah, so nikaachika and I accepted my fate. My God.
My Lord.
I think that was the most interesting way someone has broken up with me. As in, I'm not fun. Like, ungesema, I don't you do what, but I'm not fun enough for you, for your lifestyle. I don't fit with your lifestyle.
Had he like told you he wants someone who is always out every weekend?
No.
When you guys started dating?
No.
Okay.
Actually,
no, that is what you should have said something. But me, I take the one side. You should have said something before.
But I think maybe his way of saying it was trying to invite me out, and I was like, no, he's trying to sit down and watch Game of Thrones. At the time I was watching Game of Thrones, man.
Game of Thrones ilikuwa imeshika. I can't blame you for that.
Imagine. So maybe I rather have my drink in the house, watch my Game of Thrones, and eat. Then utakuja tunanipata tu hapa. What is the big deal?
The perfect evening for me. That's why we are friends.
Yeah, so I still am not that fun. But I think maybe now I found someone who we are in the same level of fun.
Inabidi tu by the way you just find your person mwenye
right?
your level of
that I was like, fun. What? I'm not.
That was crazy though. I feel like
yo, when you uko kama unasikiza hii, like really, It's okay. No hard feelings, but hey, at least ungetumia excuse ingine jameni. Like
ungesema before, ungemwambia before unataka dem ako fando. Mjue kama mtasonga ama
kama tutasimama. Finish. Kumalo. Yeah, that was the best breakup. Or most interesting. Yeah, that was until date nashangana like, hey, but it's okay. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. You, have you ever had an interesting?
Me, I think yes, because it was my first boyfriend going into campus. So we had been dating after I finished high school. So nikiingia campus, like we were dating. Everything was okay. It was long distance though, because he didn't live in Nairobi. So one time, ilikuwa hizo time za Facebook. So I get a message, Facebook message. Hi, do you know so and so? I'm like, yeah, he's my boyfriend. Like, oh, well, I've also been dating him for a minute. What minute? So I just need to know the timeline. So I'm like, hey, we've been dating from this period till now. Like, okay. Then it looks like he's playing both of us because as far as I know, I'm also his girlfriend right now. That was the first and last time someone ever came to me as a woman. So has someone ever come to you as a woman?
No. Though I found out that some guy I was dating was to timing me and some other chick.
Oh no. Oh
yes.
Gosh.
And yeah, nilimuuliza tu, and he said, yeah, his explanation was that he was trying to break up with that one so they can be with him, but hajapata chance.
So you look for the chance.
I was young and stupid, my friends. My lord.
Hey, Kanairo.
Hey, Ogopa. Every morning, wake up and spend 5 minutes to fear this man.
5 minutes ni kidogo sana.
No, we're not giving them a lot of our time.
Okay, you're right.
Just 5 minutes.
You're right.
5 minutes to fear this man. Every single day, after you move on with your life, because and maybe Pia, and I went back to him after.
Oh no, like okay, so alipata chance ya break up naye finally.
Or not.
You're right, because hata probably hata kuambia ukweli.
Exactly. So anyway, but I think one of the things I learned from that relationship is kujiheshimu.
Kujiheshimu ni muhimu.
Jiheshimu, because someone will just take you along for a ride just because. Actually, scratch that. If there's something I learned from that relationship, is go where they love you more than you love them. Because man, I love this nigga stupidly. Like who?
That's like you advice. You're free.
Free advice.
Ladies.
He's young and he's tall, dark and handsome. I love him. Oh, go where he loves you more.
The relationship is likely to work better if the man loves you more.
True.
It's true.
100%.
It's true.
Because otile hakudanganya, anayekupenda, unayempenda?
Unayempenda naye hakupendi.
Anayekupenda, Ebu utafute hiyo song. Unayempenda nakupenda, anapenda mwingine asiyempendaga.
Exactly.
So whoever you love someone else. Who loves someone else who doesn't love them. Yeah. So it's just a vicious cycle. So as a woman, be smart. Go where you're loved. Go where you're loved, because heartbreaks are not my lord.
It's not a best experience, but like we said, it's
but you feel the hurt.
Yeah.
As much as yes, closure iko, but it's something you lost, and anything that you lose, it will always hurt a little bit. Yeah, whether good or bad, because you are with it for a long time. You're so used to it, so it's now over, and you're transitioning to now something better. It's pain. Growth is painful. Simple and clear.
Very painful.
Growth is painful, but be wise and learn from our mistakes.
Yeah.
Don't make your own.
Learn from our mistakes as you make yours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, gosh.
That said, do you think like there is a good way to break up with someone.
No, it will always hurt. But I think you can't escape talking it out. Kachini, have a conversation. It'll hurt either way. I don't think anyone has ever broken with someone and no one got hurt.
Yeah. Someone will always have to get
hurt. Someone will always have to get hurt.
Part of the process.
But it's better I be in my heart knowing, yes, we talked about it and it's over, rather than I don't even know what's going on. I've been ghosted. Now I'm just there wondering, what did I do wrong?
What did I do wrong?
And I'm just second guessing myself. Actually, that's the worst part. You're always second guessing yourself. You're like, what did I do wrong? I've been good in this relationship. I've given my all. At the end of the day, you've ghosted me.
Yeah. So what did I do?
Ni mdomo yangu ilikuwa inanuka ama?
Oh my God.
Because you're wondering, there's a lot of things going on in your head. You're wondering, ama ile samaki nilimpikia vibaya. You can't tell, but once you sat down and talked, anyway, maybe it wasn't even my fault. Maybe it's him who was in his own head, had his own issues, and it ended up ending. So just talk it out. Yeah. Someone has to get hurt, but you have to go through the pain to be better.
Exactly. And as you're talking it out, like, I feel it's good to give the person a reason.
But sometimes there's no reason. Umai break up to na mtu lakini una reason. Yes.
For no reason.
Yes. You're like, I just can't do this anymore. What is the reason? Not all the reason that maybe wewe mwenyewe ujui.
Sikufeel. You're the reason.
Sometimes sikufeel the reason.
Okay, you want sikufeel, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm not feeling this. I don't have the feelings anymore. Like, no reason. Hey. No reason. There's always a reason.
There's always a reason. There's always a reason.
Sorry. At the back of your mind, there's a reason.
So just talk it out. Pole. Talk it out. At the end of the day, at least you'll get closure.
And what's a bad way to break up with someone?
Ghosting.
Yes, of course.
Ghosting.
Number 1 on the list.
Here you go. Like 1, ghosting. 2 is men have this thing where they manipulate you to breaking up with them by treating you badly.
Yeah.
So they'll end up cheating on you. They'll end up standing you up if you had dates. They'll end up not talking to you or just being mad at you for some reason. Just small stuff.
Yeah, they want you to
trick you to break up with them.
Yeah.
I feel like that's so manipulative.
And it's not
toxic
because most of them do it. And I've even seen them admitting on like Twitter. A lot of them are like, yeah, you just start acting
weird.
You start acting weird. You start acting bad so that she will break up with you.
And that's really bad.
It's so bad.
Because I'm imagining when you were dating this man, he was nice. He was good at communication. The relationship was going on smoothly. Then all of a sudden, he goes 2 days without talking to you, claims he was busy. Like these other times when he was talking to you twice a day, he wasn't busy.
Yeah.
And you're there wondering, okay, so it does accumulate, pia unaweza kuchoka. You're like, you know what? Mimi, I'm done. But good thing with women, we'll tell you after we've already left you in our minds.
Yeah.
So, anyway, tit for tat.
Tit for tat. It's tit for tat.
Tit for tat.
We need to tell the person. Now, I think their form of revenge is doing that. Whole shtick,
which is bad. Just communicate. I know it's hard. Actually, it is hard, especially that breakup. But uncomfortable conversations are hard, but they have to be hard.
Yeah. You have to have them. It's part of being an adult. It's just uncomfortable conversations every day. That's part of adulting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think any worst way someone's broken up with you?
You too.
Ghosting.
Yeah, ghosting actually. It's actually that guy who left me crying in town.
And have you ever ghosted someone?
Yes. But it was But it was deserved. Okay, fine.
No one deserves it.
Okay, it wasn't deserved, but like I just felt like this guy is playing with me because Nile, you're with them and then they're like, oh, I wanna date you and I wanna be with you, da 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 da, and then they're consistent for like 2 days and then they disappear for like 3 weeks and then they come back like, hey stranger.
No.
So me, I'm like, hey, okay.
Stranger danger.
Even me, I know how to ghost.
Kama ni game tutacheza wote.
Tutacheza wote hizi games.
Yeah.
You've
had
it. The good, the bad,
the good, the bad,
the funny.
So, in conclusion now, what to the youngins, to those diving into these dating streets of Nairobi, Najua vile matope iko saizi, even the dating streets ya Nairobi iko ni uchafu. Soko ni chafu. I hope zipate pale pa kitunguu.
Machozi, premium tears.
But what is that one advice you can tell others as they get into this dating fields?
Wow. Just be genuine. Like show up as your best authentic self. Like usifiche from the get-go. I know like there's this compulsion to put out your best stuff when you're meeting someone, which is good.
I remember I was listening to Josan and she was saying it's a performance.
Exactly, it's a
performance.
But me, I always tell people, like, this is something I stand by, put your
worst foot forward.
Well, not worst, but just put your foot forward. Not your best, put your foot forward. Like, let them see this is what you're getting, you know. Like, for example, if maybe you're having like a bad day and you're not the best person and you're having a bad day, just be like, hey, this is how I am when I'm having a bad day, and I'm not like the best person to be around, so you should know that. Ndo mtu ajue, oh, okay, even wanakuanga, I don't want to get involved with that. Mwingine atakuwa like, even wanakuanga, it's fine, I can
handle it.
So be your authentic self. Like the performance, it's okay, like it's fine, but like whoever will love you, and whoever
is out to play you.
Whoever doesn't like the flaws probably isn't meant to be in your life anyway. So just be your most authentic self. Yeah. What about you? What's your golden nugget of advice?
Don't show all your cards at once. By that I mean, as a woman, yes, I have the qualities I want in a man, but don't tell them, oh, this is what I want in a man on the first date. Most likely, you're telling them the cheat codes, and they will want to be that man for the first few months so that you can fall in love with them, and then turn out to be different.
Yeah.
So my nugget is take it a step at a time. Don't show all your cards. Just actually date. By date, I mean, see that you've met this person today and now you are exclusive, yet you have not said you're exclusive. Date people in general, date 2 or 3 guys at the same time. I didn't say have sex with them, date them, so that you can know what type of man you want. Yes. And with that peer, they'll show you who they are. They won't be trying to perform the script you've given them. I like flowers. I like take me out on dates. No, they'll be doing it out of their own will. That's nugget.
A good one, by the way. Like when you're on a date and be like, oh, what type of guy do you like? Don't tell them. Be like, I know what I like. I will know what I like when I see it.
Yes.
That's the answer you should be using now. Don't be like, oh, I like a guy who's this and that and that. Just say that, because now you will see what the guy is bringing to the table.
Yeah, on their own.
Yeah, on their own, exactly.
Without giving them the secret
exactly
to winning your heart. Let them just win it on their own.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Edu, behind the camera, do you have anything to say?
Oh, no.
Come on, give us something.
Okay, that was a nice conversation.
That was a good conversation.
Thank you so much for having this one with me. And thank you so much for watching if you have gotten this far. It was a pleasure having you with us. Kindly check out our website, tembodiaries.com. Our other episodes on the website. And our blog too is on the website. Follow us on all our social media at Tembo Diaries, at Tembo Diaries _ on TikTok, Tembo Diaries on YouTube. Subscribe, share with your friends, and
Spotify.
Yeah. And I hope to see you here next time for another interesting conversation.
Yeah.
It was fun.
And tell us about your breakup stories.
If you've resonated with this conversation,
tell us
please
stories.
Kwa comments tuambie vile uliachwa. Uliachika ama kuachika, pia it's okay. And if someone has ever come to you as a woman, pia tuambie how that went.
We want to hear all that.
Yeah.
So that we can feel like we are together, we are many.
It's a community.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. See you in the next one.